Sorare Euro Profit Challenge episode 3, and today is all about the Serie A. Now, I'm not a rapper, but what I am is a Sorare manager who made a mistake. Because the comments kindly pointed out last episode that Valladolid and Jordi Masip had been relegated from the La Liga, which I just forgot, honestly. So Masip is out and Rui Silva is in as per this comment here, because fuck it, I trust you guys more than I trust myself at this point. And I've also added Cohen Castells to the Bundesliga side over Lucas Holler, getting those goalkeepers in to splurge that common spot on a big outfielder instead, and both these keepers came to a total between £20 and £25 each, up in the prices of their teams respectively, but you know, happy with both additions. Castells especially is a very competent keeper with a good few years left in him, so long term he's looking like a great card to have in the account, and I would consider long term in Sorare to be anyone you can get a good 2 to 3 seasons of use out of, right? So sticking with the thought of long-term goalkeepers, I'm hoping Lukas Skorupski can do just that at Bologna, as he will be my Serie A Pro Team goalkeeper come the start of the season, and he is joining the account for £26, which honestly is quite pricey, all things considered, when Rui Silva and Castells cost less for better goalkeepers and better teams, but I digress. Skorupski played every game in net for Bologna last season, in the league at least anyway, and I used to have his common card actually, and he was always Mr. Reliable, so I've stuck with him here, 2 more years on his contract as well, so I'm just hoping he can get some clean sheets for me and my team. For my team and I, for my grammar is not my strong point. For the team and I'm hoping he does the saves. That would be nice. And it's worth noting as well, by the time the videos in this series come out to you guys, it could have been weeks or fucking months since I've bought a player, so obviously if you check the player's price now, it might be slightly different than what I'm registering down in Excel here, but I just think it makes sense to track their price on the players on the day that I've purchased them, you know, really get some accurate accounting going on here for this series, and I'm going to do just that with the next player who I got for £16 at the time, and that's Fikayo Tomori. And honestly, the Serie A was a real struggle for me setting up this team. I had this basic Inter Milan stack in my account, which, fucking hell, looking at the prices I spent on these cunts at the time is not pretty viewing. Obviously, it's all relative, and it was a different time, of course, on the game that we play called Sorare, but, you know, still, it's rough to look at, especially now that Brozovic has fucked off to the Saudi League, but basically I want these fuckers in my Champion Europe team, and only as a backup will I use them in the Serie A Limited Pro team. So starting from scratch, Tomori was my defensive choice. I did think about getting Theo Hernandez in as well, also of AC Milan actually, but I just went with Tomori for, well, for no particular reason, really. I didn't really put too much thought into this team. His scores are just fine. They are what they are. What you see is what you get with Tomori. I just struggled really to come up with the right answer here, so any advice in the comments is welcome, as always. You guys are great, so I back what you say. So if you say, Royalivi, you're a fucking piece of shit, why are you getting Tomori? And I'll go, wow, I don't know, guys, and then you guys could go, get this guy in, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go get him, so let me know. Midfield and forward spots, then I just went with really cheap options here, all things considered. I've got Filip Kostic in midfield and Luka Jovic up top, a dynamic Serbian duo there, so maybe some use on the international game mix as well, which would be just lovely, and they came in at a low price of £15. And Kostic is a bit of a weird one, as I had his card last season in the account, and he was just utter dog shit, so thank fuck I've gone and got him back in the team. That's really fucking smart of me. Basically, I'm relying on Juventus and Kostic to stop being shit at football and get back on track. Get me some nice decisives, and the same from Luka Jovic at Fiorentina. He's their big unit up top. The main issue with him, you know, is, in simple terms, he needs to fucking score or get an assist, otherwise this team here is probably fucked, and this team's not very good to begin with, so I don't know, just do some goals, Luka Jovic, that would be swell. So as you can see, a bit of a bizarre setup with the final common spot probably going to someone like Osimhen or Kvitsaritsaritsareela. Apparently Danilo is one of the better scorers in the Serie A as well, so fuck it, could just use him. Again, let me know in the comments who I should use in my common spot here, as I'll take your guys' words as gospel, because I'm struggling. Probably Kvitsaritsareela, right? But I don't fucking know. I'm not confident at all with this team. I really struggled with the Serie A, but, you know, that's all part of the series. They're one of the leagues we got to get done, and I feel like we've got it done for now. So we got Skorupski, Tomori, Kostic, and Luka Jovic for a grand total of £55. And yeah, I think I've said enough here. The team's fucking wank, but we'll see what the lads can do. Like and subscribe to see further episodes in the series, as well as lots of other nice stuff. And I'll catch you next time, because I fucking love you.